Started, go ahead and blow the horn. Yum yum. Soft. Shama all soft. Ya shallow. Slow. Imagine was mean to stand. Rapon Aquadon was mean to face the east. Repeat after me the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Daba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Ashah, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Lathanlanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalatlanau, Kabawaf now, Kasalak now, Kabawaf you know, Wala'a, Tabya'a now, Banasana one, Abor, Hawashah now, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Kamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wata'aparat, La'awalamyam, Aman. Lord's Prayer in the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. The Kasha power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Babu Kusha, Lathan Lanawa, Hakach, Hakach, Lara Pa'a, Kal Makalak, Wakal Matawa, Hakach, Latahar, Hamatazarium, Hakach, Lahakwayam, Hamathia, Hakach, Arakawa, Hatama'ala, Lagar Shan, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the Wad Aman. Catch the power in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah. Please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it. Bless Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Barak Lanawa, Wayasha'ala, Wahabaya, Saparia, Barak, Rapah, Magun, Hagun, the generals, captains, officers, troopers, students, sisters, children, and all Yasha'ala, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the Wad Aman. Bless Israel in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah. Bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, seal, shield, protect the generals, captains, officers, troopers, students, sisters, children, and all Israel. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al Haharia, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Azariah, Azariah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Ashah, Shemayim, Wa'aratazah, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Ayanawam, Shemarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Tazarka, Al Yad, Yemyunka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Baya Yellow, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makar Yashamar, Apnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaathka, Wabawaathka, Ma'athai, Wa'aid Awalam. Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'alah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahaya, Al Damayalika, Al Thakarash, Wa Al Thashakwat, Al Kayat, Hana, Awa Yabyaka, Yahamayawan, Ra'ash, Al Imika, Ya'iram Yamwa, Sawadah, Wayataya Atazu, Atazapuwanyaka, Amara, Lakawa, Wanakakika, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shamya Sha'ala, Awadah, Kaya, Nawatazu, Laba, Yakadwa, Awyaka, Baryak, Yakaraka, Alahaya, Adawam, Wayashima, Alahaya, Mawa'aba, Wahagaria, Gabal, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalak, Halashah, Amyashabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Aiman, Ayawa, Zarawa, Labaya Lawa, Salah, Ashah, Laham, Kamadian, Kasayasa Ra'a, Kayabian, Banakal, Bayashwan, Lashamadwa, Ba'ayanda Ra'a, Hayawa, Daman, La Adamu, Shayathamu, Nadayatmawa, Ka'ira, Wakaza'aba, Wakazabak, Wakatazar, Mana'ai, Cal Nasi Yakamwa, Ashar, Amara, Naya Rashad, Lanawa, Na'awa, Alahaya, Shayathamu, Kagogula, Kakwash, Lapaya Rawaka, Ka'ash, Taba Ira Ira, Wakalahaba, Kalahat, Harayam, Kanthar Dapma, Basa Irika, Wabasap, Wapapka, Taba Halam, Mala'a, Punyahan, Qualawan, Waya Bukwashu, Shemka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Waya Bahorwa, Ayah, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Da'adwa, Kaya Atha, Shemka, Yahweh, Labadka, Alyawan, Alkaha Rataza. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yahshua may be no more in remembrance. For they have consorted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarim, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines, the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Japheth at the brook of Kizon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a red, and like Zeb. Yea, all their princes, as Zebah, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O Yahweh, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burning wood, and as the flame set of the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm, and fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. Christ. Yum yum. Saw. You can be seated. Couple seconds. So we're going to start at Genesis, the 39th chapter. We started at verse 20. Also, Clyde Olive will be reading 7 verses. Which one you see? Genesis 39, verse 20. Slight, verse 19.
The book of Genesis, starting at verse 19. Chapter 39 and verse 19. Wayahaya Kashmai Adonai Yahweh Ath Debaria Afshawa, Ashar, the Bara, Alahaya, Lamar, Kada, Bar, Kadabar, Yum, Halaha, Ashaha, Laya, Ibadak, Ibadak, Wayahar, Apaya, verse 20. Waya Kwa, Adania, Yawasap, Ashaha, Waya Shanaya, Waya Shanawa, Al, Al, Bay, Bayash, Hasa Har, Makwa Wam, Makawam, Ashar, Hasa Waya, Hamlak, Asa Wa Rayam, Waya Haya, Sham, Baba Yath, Hasahar, verse 21. Waya Haya, Waha Yahawaya, Ath Yewasap, Wayata, Alawaya, Hasad, Waya Wayashan, Wayathan, Hunwa, Yan, Yanya, Shar, Bayath, Bayash, Hasahar, verse 22. Wayashan, Shar, Bayath, Hasahar, Bayat, Yawasap, Ath, Kwal, Hayasayar, Sayaram, Ashar, Babayath, Asahar, Wa'af, Wa'af Kal, Ashar, Aisha Yum, Shum, Hawaha, Hayaha, Ashaha, verse 23. Hayan, Shar, Bayath, Hasahar, Rahaha, Af, Cal, Mawamar, Maha, Ayadawa, Bashar, Yawaha, Afwa, Washar, Hayaha, Aishaha, Jehowaha, Yahweh, Mataza, Layaha, chapter 40 and verse 1. Wayahaya, Ahar, Hadba, Rayam, Habarayam, Hahalaha, Hatahaya, Mashta, Mashqua, Malak, Mataza, Rayam, Wahaha, Wahaha, Wahapa, Ladan, Yaham, Lamalak, Mataza Rayam, verse 2. Why Tazapa, Par, Paraya, Al, Shimya, Sarya Sayam, Saya, Al, Shar, Hamash, Quayam, Wayal, Shar, Hawa, Pazataz, Taza, Ma, verse 3.
Sabbath service, what we do first, we read, you know what I'm saying, the first 7 verses in Hebrew just so we can get our language back and just keep our traditions that we've had since ancient times. So you wondering why, you know what I'm saying, the brother's speaking in the Hebrew, he reading in the Hebrew, you know what I'm saying? That's the practice of our traditions. You know what I'm saying? Ancient times. Yeah. So we're gonna get into Genesis. Now we're gonna go into English.
It's Genesis chapter 39, starting at verse 19. And it came to pass, when his master heard the words of his wife, which he spake unto him, saying, After this manner did thy servant to me, that his wrath was kindled.
All right, so let's just stop right there. Let's do a little recap. Remember what happened in the story, Devon? Do a little recap. If not, you know what I mean.
This one, Egypt was sold into slavery.
That was who?
Joseph
Yeah,
was sold into slavery.
right. So this right here is when Joseph was sold into slavery to the Egyptians. All right, and at first, you know, he was in favor of the king. He was in favor of that king in Egypt, you know, and would turn him that king against Joseph with the fact that the king's wife lied on Joseph. He lied. She lied on him and said that, you know what I'm saying, he slept with her. You know what I mean? He said that to the king. You know what I mean? So that's just to give you a fresh recap of what's going on. So when you read 19 again, you'll see what's going on. Read it again.
And it came to pass, when his master heard the words of his wife, which he spake unto him, saying, After this manner did thy servant to me, that his wrath was kindled.
So the king was, you know what I'm saying, very angry. He was upset. He heard that, you know, Joseph did this, which he didn't do. You know what I'm saying? We're going to later find out the truth. All right, so that's where we're going. Let's keep reading.
Verse 20. And Joseph's master took him and put him into the prison, a place where the king's prisoners were bound, and he was there in the prison.
So they put him, you know what I'm saying, in bondage. They put him in, you know, in the prison, just like, you know, any brother would go to prison, like Rikers Island or Jackson, you know what I'm saying, or any penitentiary, you know what I'm saying. Joseph was put in prison. All right.
Verse 21. But the Lord was with Joseph, and showed him mercy, and gave him favor into the sight of the keeper of the prison.
Now, this right here is like a big, heavy point. You know what I mean? You can tell me anytime you like to. This is a big, huge point. What you have to realize about the Lord. All right? What you have to realize about the Lord is when He's with you, it don't matter if you're in prison, it don't matter if you're poor, it don't matter about none of that, man. The Lord is going to He's going to look out. He's going to keep you safe. He's going to keep you guarded. You know what I mean? And that's exactly how He looked at Joseph, because Joseph, you know what I'm saying, he had, you know what I'm saying, he was spared the eyesight of the Most High. The Most High protected Joseph, basically. So it didn't matter about him going to prison. You know what I mean? You're going to see the protection that he had because the Lord is with him.
Verse 21, verse 22. And the keeper of the prison committed to Joseph's hand all the prisoners that were in the prison, and whatsoever they did there, he was the doer of it.
So that right there shows that. And then our important thing is it said that he gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. So the person that was in charge of the prison, like a guard, and being there, you know what I mean, he had Joseph's back. Everything. You see what I'm saying? He had Joseph back and everything. That, Test, yeah. We just gotta use the mic. Salakia about that. You know what I mean? What we're talking about right now, we talking about how Joseph, you know what I mean, got through into prison because you know what I'm saying. The keeper of the house, basically, the master's wife, lied on him, and that's where we at right now. Salakia, if you couldn't hear me, go ahead, Kapon.
I just want to chime in. The reason why she lied on him, right, is because she actually wanted to sleep with him, but him being a righteous man and him being so close with her husband, you know, because the king had given him a lot of favor, you know, to rule the king's house. You know, gave him a place of position. You know, he didn't want to mess it up by sleeping with his wife, and what she did, you know, she felt some type of way when she got rejected, so she lied on him, falsely accused him, and then got him thrown into prison.
You know what I'm saying? That's absolutely, you know what I mean? Those things that you have to watch out for, especially when brothers think about going and sleeping outside their race. You know what I'm saying? And race mixing. And you want to be with an Egyptian or you want to be with a Caucasian. You're not allowed to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? The 12 tribes are supposed to be with the 12 tribes. That's it. There's no going outside of those things. No going outside those barriers. Anything of that nature, right? So now we at the part where Joseph, the Lord, this is how important it is, man, to do what the Most High asks you to do. This is how important it is to follow the laws, not sin, and do none of those things, because no matter where you at in life, the Lord is going to be with you. You know what I'm saying? The Lord right here is with Joseph in the prison. You know what I'm saying? The keeper of the prison, like the guard in there, he's protecting Joseph. You see that? The Lord has control of all this situation that's going on right here. All right. Keep going.
Verse 23. And the keeper of the prison looked not to anything that was under his hand, because the Lord was with him, and that which he did, the Lord made it to prosper.
That's another thing, man. Like say if you go to work, man, you working for Esau. You know what I'm saying? And you got favor in Esau's eyes, right? At your slavery. The Lord gonna bless his business because he's with you. He's not against you. You see that? Now, if you see Esau was against you and the Lord is with you, the Lord gonna remove Esau. Gonna remove him right out of that slavery. Like those are real things. This right here is not like a false thing, man. The Lord, man, don't change. You know what I mean? So it's very important. It's very important, man, that you know if you are an Israelite to really stay hold to these laws, statutes, and commandments and come back to your traditions. It is extremely important because the Lord not with you if you're in the world. You know what I'm saying? You out there doing whatever you want to do, whatever the hell you would like to do. The Lord not going to be with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important that you stay gun-ho to these laws. And this is a perfect example in the Bible right here. You know what I'm saying? Because Joseph is locked up in a prison. And guess what? That guard got his back. The guard don't even understand why he got his back, man. And guess what? The Lord is blessing that guard, man. You understand? Let's get some more.
Verse 24, chapter 40 and verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that the butler of the king of Egypt and his baker had offended their lord, the king of Egypt. Verse 2. And Pharaoh was wroth with his two officers against the chief of the butlers and against the chief of the bakers.
So these two men offended, you know what I'm saying, the king, they master. They offended this man to the point where, you know, as you read on, we're going to realize they get thrown in prison. So we're going to go from here and we're going to go back into the Hebrew and get the next 7 verses. All right.
Chapter 40, Genesis chapter 40 and verse 3. That's Wayashan Asham, Atham, then Bamash, by Mashmar, Bayath, Shar, Hatarat, Hat, Hat, Hatarayim, Al, Bayath, Hasahar, Makwayim, Ashar, Wayasap, Hasawar, Shem, verse 4. Waya Paquad, Shar, Hapa Rahayim, Ath, Yawasap, Hashem, Wayashar, Wayasharath, Hashem, Wayahaya, Yum Yum, Bashamar, verse 5. Wayahala, Wayahalam, Wayahalamya, Halawam, Shem Yaham, Ayath, Halamaya, Balalaya, Ahad, Ayath, Ayash, verse 6. Wayaba, Alayum, Hayasap, Wayasap, Yawasap, verse 7. Wayashah, Ath, Sarataza, Saya, Paraiah, Ashar, Athya, Atha, Bamshamyar, Ra'ayam, Hayawam, verse 8. Wayahamar, Al Alayaya, Alaya, Halawam, Alaman Naya, Wapathar, Hayan, Athya, Wayamar, Alahayim, Yawasap, Halawa, La'a, Layum, Pashranium, Saparia, Na, Laya, verse 9. Wayapar, Shar, Hamshequam, Ath, Halamya, Laya Wasap, Waya Amar, Laya, Alawayam, Wayamya, Yahana, Rapan, Lapana, Naya. That's up to verse 10 in the Hebrew.
All right, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and get it in the English. We're gonna be starting at Genesis 40 and verse 3. All right, Genesis 40 and verse 3.
This is Genesis 40. Genesis chapter 40, starting at verse 3. And he put them in ward in the house of the captain of the guard into the prison, the place where Joseph was bound. Verse 3. And he put them in the ward in the house of the captain of the guard into the prison, the place where Joseph was bound.
So, the king ended up getting, some type of offense. What happened with his two guards was led them into prison. All right, they end up getting thrown in prison. Okay, keep going.
Verse 4. And the captain of the guard charged Joseph with them, and he served them, and they continued a season in ward.
So it's saying that the captain of the guard charged them with Joseph, meaning like he put all three of them together in there. You know what I'm saying? And they was in there for a season. And the season could be long as, 6 months to a year. You know what I mean? That's like within a season. All right. Got some left? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's basically what happened right there. All right, we're gonna keep going and get some more.
Verse 5. And they dreamed a dream, both of them, each man his dream in one night, each man according to the interpretation of his dream, the butler and the baker of the king of Egypt, which were bound in the prison.
So the butler and the baker, they both had a dream.
They both had a dream in one night, you know what I'm saying? And that's basically, we're going to get into that. All right, keep going.
Verse 6. And Joseph came in unto them in the morning, and looked upon them, and behold, they were sad.
So Joseph came around them. You know what I'm saying? When he say Joseph came unto them, he came around their presence. And once he looked at them, he looked at, you know what I'm saying, their countenance has, like, it's fallen. You know what I'm saying? They're looking real sad, right? Keep going.
Verse 7. And they asked Pharaoh's officers that were with him in the ward of the Lord's house, saying, Wherefore look ye so sadly today?
So he asking them, like, you know, wherefore look ye so sad? That right there is old English. You know what I'm saying? That right there is very old English. Wherefore, why? You know what I'm saying? The same thing as why. Why you look so sad? So they talk like, wherefore ye look so sad? You see what I'm saying? All right. Keep going.
Verse 8. And they said unto him, We have dreamed a dream, and there is no interpreter of it. And Joseph said unto them, Do not interpretations belong to God?
So let's stop right there. He said right there, you know what I mean? He said to them, they dreamed a dream with no interpreter. So you have to understand where they really coming from. Like, where they really coming from is they having a dream that they can't understand. They quite can't understand this dream that they had. I don't know why they had it and why it's so, you know what I'm saying, why it's so heavy upon them. What I mean by heavy upon them is like, they ain't forget this dream. You know what I'm saying? You ever had a dream where it felt real? You know what I'm saying? You ever had one of those? That's exactly what they was experiencing. And they couldn't interpret it. It's like they couldn't understand why they had that dream or what was it about or anything. You know what I'm saying? So their countenance had fallen, right? Let's get some more.
Verse 9. And the chief butler told his dream to Joseph. End of verse 8. Tell them to me, I pray you.
And then Joseph, he was like, you know, tell your dreams to me. You know what I'm saying? I pray of thee. And if you know anything about Joseph, right? You did any little study about Joseph, him being in Egypt, he was an interpreter of dreams. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gave him that gift to interpret your dream. You know what I mean? To tell you, you know what I mean, what's going on for real. All right, so that was his gift. Every brother, every sister comes in here, they all have gifts that the Lord bless you with specifically. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers have the gift of, you know what I'm saying, interpreting a dream. Some brothers have other gifts. You know what I mean? That's what the Lord give you. Right? Keep going.
Verse 9. And the chief butler told his dream to Joseph and said to him, In my dream, behold, a vine was before me.
So the chief butler began to tell Joseph about his dream. And we're going to go deeper even in onto that. We're going to call the next priest and officer up here. All right. Go grab that axe. That'll do. State your name and register.
Bashar Ban Yahawada, Bashar Ban Yahawada, Ban Yasharala.
Bashar Ban Yahawada, Ban Yasharala.
Yahawaba Shimi Hamashah Thumb.
Yahawaba Shimi Hamashah Brakatah. You come up here. Since you rank higher than him, you're going to sit at the end. You can keep that up here. You can keep that up here, Warrior. You just sit on the table. All right. Got that on the table. You just sit right here in the middle. He going to read the Hebrew. You know what I mean? Right up there. We're going to be at, let's see, we at the end of verse 9, so you're going to be starting at verse 10, Genesis 40.
Waba Gapan, Shalashwa, Salakia. Shah, Shah Gum, Wa Hawa, Kapar Kath, Al Thaha, Nataza, Habashaya, Lawa, Ashakal, Thayaha, I Nagayam, verse 11. Waka Wasa Paraiha Gayadya Wa'a Kwak Wa'a Kwak Ath Ha'ai Nagayam Wa'ash Kath Atham Al Kawasa Para Aha Wa'atham Atha Kawasa Al Kapa Para Aha, verse 12. Waya Amar Lawa Yawasapa Zaha Pathar Nawa Shalashath Hashar Gayam Hashar Gayam Shalashath Yum Yum Haka Wasa Al Kapa Para Ahai, verse 12. Waya Mar Lawa Yawasapa Zaha Pathar Naya Shalashath Hashar Gayam Shalashath Yum Yum Hum, verse 13. Bayad Shalashath Yum Yum Yasha Parahat Aha Ath Ra'ashak Wahasha Yabak, Isle, Kanak, Wanath Tha, Kawasa, Para Iha, Bayadwa, Kam Shapat, Ha'ashyan, Ashar, Hayayath, Mashikwa Haya. Salakia. Verse 14. Kaya, Ama, Zakar Than Ya. Zakar Than Ya. Afak, Kashar, Ya, Yatab, Laka, Y Shayath, Na, Imadya, Kasad, Y Zakar, Thanya, Al, Paraha, Wa Hawa Tazar, Thanya Man, Habayath, Hazaha, verse 15. Kaya Gamba, Salakia. Kaya Gunba, Gunbath Ya. Ma Rataza, Ha'ib Rayam, Wagam, Haha, La'a, Aishayath Ya. Salakia. Aishayath Yam. Awa Maha, Kaya, Shemya, Athaya, Baba War, verse 16. Wayara, Shar, Hapayam, Kaya, Tayab, Patara, Wayamra, Al, Yawasap, Apa, Anaya, Bakalawam, Wahanaha, Shala Shaha, Salaya, Karaya, Al, Ra'ashya. That's verses 10 through 16 in the Hebrew.
Genesis chapter 40, starting at verse 10. pass,
You have
as she spake to Joseph.
you have verse 10. Genesis 40 and 10.
Verse 10. And in the vine were 3 branches, and it was as though it budded, and her blossoms shot forth, and the cluster thereof brought forth ripe grapes.
So this right here, this is the chief butler, you know what I'm saying, professing his dream to Joseph. You know what I'm saying? So Joseph can interpret the dream. All right. Keep going.
Verse 11. And Pharaoh's cup was in my hand, and I took the grapes and pressed them into Pharaoh's cup, and gave the cup into Pharaoh's hand.
All right. Keep going.
Verse 12. And Joseph said unto him, this is the interpretation of it. The 3 branches are 3 days.
The what?
The 3 branches are 3 days.
The what?
The 3 branches are 3 days.
So this right here, I'm saying that for a reason, right? Because they didn't understand it. You know what I mean? And this is where this is where his gift come in at, right? He understood what those 3 branches was. And he had to break it down and explain it to them. And he said, those 3 branches was of 3 days, right? Keep going.
Verse 13. And within thine head, and restore thee unto thy place.
So he's saying within 3 days, man, basically, you going to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Pharaoh going to restore you where you was. You know what I mean? You was his chief butler. You're going to be back doing and putting in that work right back in the master's house. Right back in Pharaoh's house. Keep going.
And thou shalt deliver Pharaoh's cup into his hand. And after the former manner, when thou was his butler.
After the former manner, when thou was his butler, meaning you're going to continue to do the things you was doing, you know what I'm saying, before you had got arrested and thrown in prison with me. That's how good that's how good his gift was interpreting dreams. Right? That was his gift. Keep going.
Verse 14. But think on me when it shall be well with thee, and show kindness, I pray thee, unto me, and make mention of me unto Pharaoh, and bring me out of this house.
So he's saying, make mention of me. Like Joseph, like, man, don't forget about me. You know what I mean? I'm, you know, I did good works right here. Don't forget about me. Make sure you mention that to the king. You know, just make sure you have good words to put in for me, basically. Right? Keep going.
Verse 15. For indeed I was stolen away out of the land of the Hebrews, and here also have I done nothing that they should put me into the dungeon.
So this Joseph, he telling them where he come from in his life story. Like, you got to understand, like, when the Lord is with you, you got to understand the story of Joseph, that he went through, you know what I'm saying, a period of events that wasn't safe. You know what I mean? First, you get your brothers sell you off, you know what I'm saying, to Ishmaelites. And then those Ishmaelites, they got you as a captive. You know what I'm saying? This is his lives of events that the Lord still was with his brother. Think about the events, though. You know what I'm saying? These Ishmaelites take him, sell him into slavery under Egyptians, under another race of people that don't like Hebrews. You know what I'm saying? They don't like the Israelites. You see that? So he wasn't safe, if you get what I'm saying. Like, he wasn't in no safe predicaments. His brothers at a point wanted to kill him because of the gift he had. Out of plain jealousy, they wanted to murder him. You see what I'm saying? So out of these events that leading up, and then on top of that, he had a favor of the king's. He was in the king's favor. Not on top of that, his wife lied on him and get him thrown in prison, get him casted into prison. So these are all turn of events that just, you know what I'm saying? If you look, like, for an average person, that is a lot. You see what I'm saying? That don't sound good. Especially with the Lord not with you, you know what I mean? It's really not going to go good for you. But the Lord was with him in every current situation. Right? Keep going.
Verse 15. Verse 16. When the chief baker saw that the interpretation was good, he said unto Joseph, I also was in my dream, and behold, I had three white baskets in my head.
So this right, yep. So this right here is the chief baker. Once he realizing that Joseph understood what he was talking about, he began to confess his dreams to him. All right, and we're gonna even get some more on that. Let's go ahead. We're gonna read in the Hebrew from 17. Go ahead, Michelle.
Genesis 40, starting at verse 17. Saul, Baal, the one, Baal, Baal, Aha, Aha, Masha, Pa, Waha, Yapa, Akal, Atham, Mana, Hakal, Baal, Baash, Shabya, verse 18. Wayaim, Yawasab, Yawasab, Waya Amar, Zaha, Paparamya, Ramwa, Salakia, Shalashah, Shalashaf, Hasalyam, Shalashaf, Yum Yum, Ham, verse 19. Bayad, Shalashaf, Yum Yum, Yasha, Paraiha, Af, Ra'ashak, Ma'ai, Layak, Wathalaha, Iwathak, Al, Itazah, Wa'akal, Ha'iwa Pa, Af, Gashara, Gasharka, Ma'al Yak, verse 20. Wa Yaha, Wa Yaha, Yaha, Ya, Bayawam, Ashal, Yasha, Ya, Yawam, Halat, Tha'ath, Piraha, Waya Aish, Mashaf, Mashafha, Salakia, Mashatha, Lakal, Abad, Yawa, Wayasha, Athra'ach, Shar, Hamshaquayim, Wa'ath Ra'ash Shar, Hayapayim, Bathawak, Abadyawa, verse 21. Wayashar, Athshar, Hamshaquayim, Isle, Mashaqua Ya, Wa, Salakia, Wayanthan, Ha, Kawas, Al, Kapa, Paraiha, verse 22. Wa'ath, Shar, Hayapayim, Talaha, Kashar, Pathara, Laham, Yawasapa, verse 23. Wala, Zakar, Shara, Hamshaquayim, Ath, Yawasa Sapa, Wayashak, Kahawa. And that's Genesis chapter 40. What was that, verse 17? Verse 23.
Okay. Most high in Christ. Give brother a hand. You know what I'm saying? It's a very good thing, man, when Israelites come back to their language, you know what I'm saying, and we learn every single structure there is upon their culture. That is the best thing in the world, man. You know what I mean? That's why I say, give a brother a hand. You take the time out to learn your language. You know what I mean? And take the time. You know what I'm saying? It can be very time consuming. You know what I mean? So, I definitely applaud brothers that do that. Let's go ahead and get it.
Genesis chapter 40, starting at verse 17. In the uppermost basket, there was of all manner of baked meats of Pharaoh, and the birds did eat them out of the basket upon my head.
So this right here is the chief baker, you know what I'm saying, expressing what he saw in his dream, and he's telling this to Joseph, right? Well, we're gonna go ahead and see Joseph's response to this. Keep going.
Verse 18. And Joseph answered and said, this is the interpretation thereof. The 3 baskets are 3 days.
And he said, this is the interpretation. The 3 baskets is 3 days. That is synonymous for 3 days, right? Keep going.
Yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thy head from off thee, and shall hang thee on a tree, and the bird shall eat thy flesh from off thee.
So he basically told him, within these 3 days, Pharaoh, he gonna restore you. He gonna let you out, but he gonna end up hanging you on a tree, man. You know what I'm saying? Basically killing you. Go ahead, Capon.
This is actually the butler. The one's gonna get restored is the the baker is gonna get killed. The one's gonna get restored and not killed is the baker. The butler.
Hold on. So like, hold on. Just keep going. What? Just keep going.
And verse 19 of verse 20. And it came to pass in the 3rd day, which was Pharaoh's birthday, that he made a feast unto all his servants, and he lifted up the head of the chief butler and the chief baker amongst the servants. Verse 21. And he restored the chief butler into his butlership again.
Slide. That was correct. You was correct. My bad. All right. So basically, go ahead. Make sure you use that mic too.
One of the things to really pay attention here, this is one of two times in the scriptures that you'll find some heathens celebrating their birthday.
Hold on, Salaki, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We ain't there yet.
Verse 21.
Hold on, go
Verse
back
20.
go back to 19. Let's restart that.
Verse 19. Yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thy head from off thee, and shall hang thee on a tree, and the bird shall eat thy flesh from off thee.
So this is him telling the chief baker what's gonna happen to him. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you gonna end up getting killed. Pharaoh is gonna hang you on a tree, and the birds that you saw in there, that's them eating your flesh when you dead. You know what I'm saying? Told him something so gruesome. Good night. Keep going.
Verse 21. And he restored the chief butler into his butlership
Hold on,
again.
20.
Verse 20. And it came to pass that the third day, which was Pharaoh's birthday.
Which was what?
Pharaoh's birthday.
Okay. This right here in Genesis, the 40th chapter. You know what I'm saying? You may want to write this down because this is the first birthday recorded in history in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And this gonna tell you a little something about birthdays as well, too, all right? Keep going.
And it was Pharaoh's birthday, and he lifted
Nope.
and
that
he made a feast unto all his servants, and he lifted up the head of the chief butler of the chief and of the chief baker amongst his servants.
All right. So he made a feast unto himself on his birthday, had a feast. You know what I mean? Keep going.
And he restored the chief butler unto his butlership again, and he gave the cup unto Pharaoh's hand.
So he restored, you know what I'm saying, the butler, his butlership again, just like how Joseph, you know what I'm saying, interpreted their dream. All right? Keep going.
But he hanged the chief baker.
But he did what?
Hanged the chief baker.
He killed the chief baker, though. You know what I'm saying? And as you can see, this is done on the birthday of Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? You can look. Birthdays is synonymous with death. You know what I mean? It's very synonymous with death. All right? It is not nothing for us to celebrate. Very pagan. And somebody, believe it or not, Israelites die on birthdays. That's not me making that up. You know what I mean? So many birthdays, you can look at statistics. You know what I mean? So many birthday parties get shot up. You know what I'm saying? So many people get put in danger on their birthdays, get drunk, so drunk out of their mind. They get into a car accident and end up dead. You know what I mean? All these things happen for real. I'm just giving you some real life scenarios, but this right here is the first birthday recorded. And just like Mashah said, man, this ain't nothing good. Got anything else on them, Mashah?
Just wanted to push that if you sitting out here celebrating birthdays, you still sitting celebrating the first, second, third birthday of your baby and all of that. Could be why ain't nothing going right in your life. You can't get along with your baby daddies, all of that. You celebrating these damn birthdays. Every time you see a birthday in the Bible celebrated, the Israelite gets killed. Right here. These were Israelites Joseph was talking to that worked for the king, worked for Pharaoh. You see, one of them got his head chopped off. He got hung. You see, don't celebrate birthdays. It's a paganistic thing.
All right, Most High in Christ. Keep going.
As Joseph had interpreted to them. Verse 23. Yet did not the chief butler remember Joseph, but forgot him.
He did what?
Forgot him.
So like how Joseph asked this brother to, you know what I'm saying, don't forget about me. The brother absolutely forgot about him. You see that? And, you know, we're going to get more deeper into, you know what I'm saying, the next chapter because it gets so heavier. We're going to be going through all our Genesis, man, until the Passover comes. You know what I'm saying? And all throughout Exodus, we're gonna be going through all these verses. You know what I mean? We got the Passover coming up April 15th. That's gonna be in Cocoa Beach, Florida, man. I hope to see, all you brothers, all you sisters, you know what I'm saying, at the Passover. It's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful thing, man, for all the Israelites to come through. Also, we got February 14th in here. February 14th and February 15th will be the Feast of Purim. You know what I'm saying? So brothers and sisters, they gonna be here. The kids gonna be here. It's gonna be a lot of food. It's a feast day. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all come out. All right. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and close out the Sabbath service. Men of Israel, Imadium.
How about him, y'all, Shop Rock, yeah.
Mayim, Wapam, the Hakodam, that means prepared, safe to eat. Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abinau, Bashemayim, Forgot, Ayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Zaba'ah, Tabaka, Ayan, Asha, Baratazah, Hawa,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahashem Yahushua,
Bahashem Yahushua,
Baruch Kishah,
Baruch Kishah,
Nasam Lana,
Nasam
Hakat,
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 La Rapa'ah,
La Rapa'ah,
Kal Makalah,
Kal Makalah,
Wakal Madawa,
Kal Madawa,
Hakat,
Hakat,
Latahar,
Latahar,
Hamatazari,
Hamatazari,
Hakat,
Hakat,
La Hakoyam,
Hakoyam,
Hamatayam,
Hamatayam,
Hakat,
Hakat,
Al Rakawa,
Al Rakawa,
Hakama Allah,
Hakama Allah,
Nadarasham,
Nadarasham,
Bahasham,
Bahasham,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
the water Aman.
the water of mine.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name Yahushua,
in the name of Yahushua,
please give us the power.
please give us the power,
The power to heal.
the power to heal
All manner of sickness.
all manner of sickness
And all manner of disease.
and all manner of disease,
The power to cleanse the leper.
the power to cleanse the leper,
The power to raise the dead.
the power to raise the dead,
The power against unclean spirits.
the power against unclean spirits,
To cast them out.
to cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua,
Thank you.
thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Bless Israel. In the Hebrew, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashem Yahushua.
Bahashem Yahushua.
Barak Lana.
Barak Lana.
Why Yahshua.
Yahshua.
Wahabaya.
Wahabaya.
Saparia.
Sapari.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapa'ah.
Rapa'ah.
Magan.
Magan.
Hagan.
Hagan.
The general.
The general.
The captain.
The captain.
Officer.
The officer.
The trooper.
Troopers.
Students.
Students.
The sisters.
Sisters.
The children.
Children.
And all Yahshua.
And all Yahshua.
Bahashem Yahushua.
Bahashem Yahushua.
The water Aman.
The water of mine.
Bless Israel in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
Bless you, shield, protect.
Bless heal, shield, protect.
The general.
The general.
Captain.
Captain.
Officer.
Officer.
Troop.
Troop.
Student.
Student.
Sister.
Sister.
Children.
Children.
All Yahshua.
And all Yahshua.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
hold not thy peace,
and hold not thy peace,
and be not still,
and be not still.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
for
for lo,
thy enemies make a tumble,
thy enemies make a tumble.
they that hate thee,
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head,
have lifted up their head,
have taken crafty counsel,
taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consorted against thy enemies,
and consorted against thy enemies,
and said,
and said,
Come,
Come,
let us cut them off,
let us cut them off
from being a nation,
from being a nation.
Let the name of Yahshua,
Let the name of Yahshua
may be no more remembered,
may be no more in remembrance.
They have consorted together,
They have consorted together
with one consent,
with one consent.
they are confederate against thee,
They are confederate against thee.
the tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab,
of Moab
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
Philistines,
the Philistines,
the inhabitants of Tyre,
the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them,
Ashur also is joined with them.
they have hope in the children of Lot,
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
So Lot,
do unto them,
do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Japheth,
as to Japheth,
at the brook of Kizon,
as the brook of Kizon,
which perished at Endor,
which perished at Endor.
they became as dung for the earth,
They became as dung for the earth.
make their nobles like Oreb,
Make their nobles like a red,
and like Zeb,
and like thee.
yea,
Yea,
all their princes,
all their princes,
as Zeb,
as Zebul,
and as Zalmon,
as Zalmon,
who said,
said,
let us take to ourselves,
let us take to ourselves
the houses of Yahweh and possess.
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the